Hello and welcome to Perspectives. Once again, a reminder, if you want to participate in our shows, want to send you feedback, my Facebook ID, email address, and Twitter ID will be on the screen. We're not live, so I cannot take your comments in the show. Apologies on that. Politicking, electioneering is, as I've said before, on its peak. Parties are making promises as always. There is infighting and there is coalitioning and seated adjustmenting. I'm creating words as I go because I really don't have words for it. There are seated adjustments, there are affiliations, there are coalitions. There will be understandings, there will be negotiations, deals will be made. All that is good. We've spent the last 5 years with the term coalition. Fantastic term. Coalitions are great. Affiliations are great. But only if they are in the larger interest of the country. If they are in personal interest, they're no good. The question is, are we affiliating with each other in the larger interest of the country and a common larger agenda or common larger goal of national advantage? My question today from my guests is, how will this election make things better for Pakistan? What to expect? Even though the parties are making their promises as always, but I don't think this nation believes in promises anymore. From the most educated to the most uneducated person, promises stand no ground. I remember doing a show before the last elections, and we had asked a lady in some village, who would she vote for? And all she said was, I would vote for anyone who would remove stray dogs from the front of my house. Her only problem was stray dogs on the street. That's all she cared about. Now, people care about food, opportunity, economics, jobs, education, health. That's all they care about. I can make promises. My guests can make promises. Our leaders can make promises. The proof is going to be in the pudding. So what are the promises, what to expect, and how things will settle in these elections? And that, my guests on the far right from Muttahida Qawmi Movement, Mr. Izhar-ul-Hasan. Thank you very much, sir. Taking time out. From Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf, Mr. Arif Alvi. Thank you very much for being here. And representing Pakistan People's Party, Ms. Kausar Amir. Kausar, thank you so much for taking time out. Izhar, let's start with you. You have had the largest accusation of staying in the government till the last moment, and just near the end, as was predicted, going into the opposition, and now coming out as an independent party. What do we expect from MQM, who's always been a kingmaker? Because you have an important role. No denying. You have a strong footprint in Karachi, Hyderabad, affiliated areas. You are going to retain your position. You will demand your terms once again. What responsibilities and promises, more than promises, responsibilities would you be taking in the coming months and years?
Thank you, Faisal. 2-3 questions that you highlighted. First of all, I would like to ask, how many political parties exist in Pakistan in which they mention in their manifestos when they will win the election, they will go in opposition? How many political parties? Definitely every political party win the election to govern the province or govern their respective regions.
Fair point.
The same thing that we have been winning this election since 1987. And overwhelmingly people of the Karachi, especially and the urban Sindh, they are giving vote, they are respecting, they are loving our mandate, they are loving our leadership, they love our vision, they know the spirit of the MQM, how they tackling the grassroots level and how they are promoting the grassroots level workers to their families and trying to address those issues which pertaining to the masses. Second important thing is, yes, we were in the government and we have been in the government, and definitely in the next election, if we win, we will be looking forward for the next government. Because we believe this, and we believe that once we are in the government, the way to deliver your constituencies, the way to deliver to your people is the only way to be the part of the government.
No doubt.
As far as you talk about the responsibility always be, I think, considered with the authority. So how much authority we have.
Let me say it another way when I use the word responsibility.
No,
I'll let you answer.
Yeah.
I'm just considering, I'll let you continue your answer. would you rank your support a responsible support? Because the people of Pakistan, and you are very active on Twitter with me, you've seen the kind of comments you get. People say that your support for the last government was not a responsible one.
No, it was responsible. It was visionary, because in the 2008, after the assassination, especially after Ms. Bhutto, the Pakistan was in a very turmoil condition. And all the political parties, especially the PML-N and the other political alliance with the PML-N, they were going to boycott the elections. And the democratic phase of the Pakistan was at risk. And it was only the NQN and the People's Party, they decided, and they made them, all the parties agree to take part in the election, whatever the results. And after that, definitely, after the great loss of the Muhtarama Benazir Bhutto, the People's Party, who got the maximum mandate in all the provinces of the Pakistan, they deserve to make the government, they deserve to elect their president as well. That's why in that vision, with the democratic norms, on the ground reality, after the assassination of the Ms. Bhutto, and after the election, it is the visionary decision. Slavery is something else.
Okay.
We played our best role as a responsibility, but the accountability, yes, we can't be held.
Then if it was such a responsible affiliation, then I would say your exit near the end was careless?
No, we not only exit once.
Yeah, but the last exit was rather careless, wasn't it?
Thrice.
So you have to choose which was responsible, which was irresponsible.
Because we did maximum. We did maximum with the confidence, and we played a very good. We delivered our role as a sincere, true, and bold partner with the Pakistan People's Party. And thrice.
With the people of Pakistan as well?
Yeah, definitely. They
have
to understand the people of Pakistan.
But not necessarily.
But you can't say that
I'm not making a claim. I'm just saying not necessarily. There's always a possibility.
There's always a possibility for the improvement. Yes, you can disagree with our policies, but we did our best.
Also, they left you near the end. Was that irresponsible? Was that perfectly all right? And going forward, what sort of... Fine, you would give me one answer, well, let the election decide. That's fine, we can let the election decide. But there is objective analysis as well. If you look at an objective analysis, things are not nice. Given the way things stand, if I take you slightly back in history, when the last government went into elections, and I remember Sheikh Rashid saying when he lost, and I remember asking him why, and he said, I used to go asking for votes, and people said, give us electricity. And he got no votes. So given the way things are today, what's your projection?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Faisal Bhai, the thing is that the first question which you asked me about Khwaja Bhai, whatever he has said, yes, it's true that we have lost our leader, Ms. Bhutto Sahiba, who was everything for us. And once she was gone, there was no one to lead our party. And then finally we decided that our party leader, Dari Saab, has raised the slogan of Pakistan Khape, and he has taken all of us. He has taken all of us forward, you know. But then the society has lot of challenges. But then again, we have set an example, transforming the relation of enmity to civic and friendly atmosphere. So what we have done is, we have tried to bring the political reconciliation. We are the pioneer in that, right?
Sure.
And we tried our best that we can bring the political reconciliation. So every single party, whatever the names are, they should be together working for the progress and the prosperity of Pakistan. This is what we make sure about.
Should we expect the same projection? If I take
let me complete.
I'll let you answer. I'm not stopping you.
One more thing I have
what we've seen, will this projection continue?
Yeah,
or should we see something different?
No, for sure, because today, everyone realized, this is a time, now everyone has realized that no single party can be in majority. Sure. Everyone has to be together in the assembly to fight for the right of Pakistani people. And no single person can deal with it. Because, and you know, brotherhood, our Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, also given us this lesson of brotherhood. And if we believe in this and we go forward with it, I don't think so there is any harm. Because once we were there, and there were a lot of challenges. If you can see, the Pakistani people were having, like, for example, there were a lot of bomb blasts at that time. There was energy crisis at that time only. There was a scarcity of food, medicine at that time as well. But it's not just we have created anything. Right now we are exporting.
I'm not saying you have. I'm saying we still have those crises.
We are sending wheat outside. We are sending sugar outside. The level of what you see, the stock exchange, if you see, that has grown. So what else do you require from us? And secondly, one most important thing, the deterioration which is done on the moral values of our like the foreign media, and is doing one of the invasions. So this is what also has to be stopped. So what we are giving, what we are showing to the public, but from the media people from your side, if you are showing all those things that nothing has been done, it's not true. Lot of things has been done, because this issues which you are talking about, it's just not have started. It's not has started right now. They are since 10 years when the dictator was there, and we sabotaged the dictator.
I absolutely agree that you did not create them, but you may have also not been able to eliminate them. The problem
is we tried our best in that.
Okay, fine.
What I will say, there are lot of programs which we have gone through, the vital and major programs.
All right.
And if you want, I can name each and every one. And there are.
We've talked about it. Okay, you said something. You said, we have to fight for the rights of people. Who are you fighting? Who is opposing the rights of people?
See, actually the thing is that we are the
Is there a political party which is financial?
I will not. See, right now we have 5 years has completed. This is a tenure which we have completed of 5 years. This is for the first time. We have created the golden history.
Absolutely.
Secondly, if you can see, after this 5 years, so many parties which have no name previously and have no confidence to come forward. Now they are coming forward. They are registering themselves. They are having this guts to come forward and have the guts to fight.
That is the cycle of democracy.
Who has given them this confidence?
Our
President Asafar is a Daisaf. So I think let's salute him. Let's talk to him for this thing.
For letting the cycle of democracy come through, I would have to, even Zahra was saying, asking if his party is responsible with his support, I would have to concede. I was personally one of those people who used to think, oh my God, 5 years this government will destroy the country. But frankly, hindsight, it's always 2020 now, and I look back, it's fantastic that we have seen the cycle, and thank God we're going to a very hurried election. We're not taking forever, and God willing, this will be a peaceful and a clear transition, whatever the transition is. Do you agree, Esther?
Yes, I agree with
the cycle of democracy is there.
I think that's an important point, and I think this government, these 5 years, deserve credit for that, and this government deserves credit. I would not like to make it a very partisan issue, what they did and what this party did.
What's done is
I would just try and draw your attention to the fact that the indicators of economy, of energy, of poverty, of health, of joblessness, of security, every indicator has fallen. And it has fallen not because of external influences, it has fallen because of our own deeds, primarily. It's very easy to export our problem and say because of the war in Afghanistan everything has happened. I believe there is room for that also, that because of Afghanistan a lot of security situation got damaged. But there are a lot of other things, bad governance.
If you allow me to just hold that thought for a moment, my apologies. Let me take a short break. Next time I had interrupted you, please.
Yeah, I was talking about the indicators, every indicator of public life, every indicator which affects the poor people of Pakistan, every indicator which affects our economy has gone down. Something must be responsible. I'm starting with a thing. Why I'm starting with a thing? Because with my colleagues sitting here, I would not like to make it partisan that you are responsible, they are responsible. I believe governance has been very poor. Throughout Pakistan's history, governance has decayed and has gotten worse in every era. Governance has gone poor. There is too much politicization of the bureaucracy, as well as the security agencies, including the police.
But that's historical, nothing new.
It's gone worse.
Okay.
You see, and in fact, 2 days ago, the DIG of Karachi made a statement that 159 policemen were killed, and in only 3 cases they were able to catch the culprits, and are still trying to bring the killers to task. So that's a big figure. even if police cannot take care of its own people as far as these crimes are being committed, so there must be something very wrong with the country. So everything is not gung-ho, everything is not in good shape. In fact, everything is in bad shape.
Department, not necessarily with the country.
I think, please tell me, how would you evaluate a country? You would evaluate a country on corruption, you will evaluate a country on its economy, you would evaluate the country, what pact does the country have with the poor people of Pakistan? Any pact, the constitution promises so many things and the country is not able to deliver. So there are a lot of things that the country has not been able to deliver. If you think everything is fine with the country, I would not have been in politics.
My apologies for interrupting. Just one thing. When you say there's something wrong with the country, I get slightly defensive. Because maybe incorrectly defensive.
Or the politics of the country. But I don't want to get stuck into semantics.
I just want to say one thing.
Just change it.
Because I would rate the country by the potential and hope.
Oh, of course.
And that's
I
tremendous.
I agree.
So whenever somebody says something, I get slightly protective about it.
Just change the semantics.
Please.
I would say something is wrong with the governance of the country, something is wrong with the politics of the country.
Fair point.
Why are they not been able to deliver? You see, the resources are tremendous. We are recognizing the resources, and I believe if any good government comes in for the next 5 years, there will be a turnaround. A gradual turnaround, maybe not a utopia all of a sudden, but a gradual turnaround. The potential of Thar coal is tremendous. The potential of our own, of course. But if you are leaving uneducated youth in this bulge, they are not able to deliver the best potential to the country, and then the bulge goes down. And that means another 20 years. The youth bulge is effective for 20 years.
It can actually become kind of violent
it becomes a weight on the country itself, because as people become, this huge group of people become old, they will not have created a country structure which would have supported that.
Disillusionment makes it very negative.
And that is what we are doing. You know, whatever is happening overall throughout the country, people are jobless. Young people are jobless. They're probably one of the reasons why they go towards terrorism, and not only terrorism, they go towards violence, they go towards kidnapping, they go towards threat.
The negativity.
They go grabbing. I have lost 4 cars at gunpoint in Karachi. So there must be some bad statistics going on. I have lost cell phones, 4 cars.
In what duration?
In the last 10 years.
In the last 10 years.
Yeah, but that's the statistics.
God forbid they recognized you.
But imagine the statistics on that.
Telling the stories of all the aliens in the world, what I believe is. Trust me. You were talking about the Robin Hood policy, which is not possible over here. Just come on the fact and just discuss the fact. You can change the country. No one can do that. Madam, everyone have the political will. It's not that we are not having the political will.
But he's saying any government.
I didn't say that. I didn't put you in a corner. And
he's saying any good government which comes again will be able to solve it.
Madam, if everyone is good, this country has better potential than the good people who have done it. You see, I do not agree with the fact that everything has happened.
People are voting for someone that means that person is good.
There's no denying that.
If the people are voting, we accept that government. The debate is not on the voting. I accept that government. What I am saying is that if the government doesn't perform, you mean we can't criticize? We can't criticize if the government doesn't perform?
No,
we can.
The government has performed.
Okay,
what you have been,
what indicator? Please tell me which indicator.
Let me
please
know.
Tell me.
Just tell me one thing. You are a political party.
I will not head into this debate. Please tell me,
guys.
What you have
my request.
You are in government. I have to talk to you. I have not been in government. You can't ask me what I perform.
No, but right now there is no government. We just evaluate.
See, one political party. You can't consider a political party as a government. Number one.
Absolutely.
If I comment on 2 things, one economy and the governance. In all the Pakistan, more than 188 political parties are registered in the Election Commission.
Sure.
50% either from them are not as common agenda on the definition of extremism and terrorism. They are having a different definitions. They are having a different dynamics. If you talk about the economy, one wants to support the industrialists and want to boom the industrialization in the Pakistan. If you talk with the other, he wants to boost the trading business in the Pakistan.
So there's no unified
They are having a different economic vision even.
There's no unified
plan. Once we win in the election, it's not the responsibility of a single political party, it's the responsibility of the policies, common policies, which the PTI should have to take, and the People's Party and the NKM and all the political parties, they have to make some common agenda on which we should not compromise on that. Unfortunately, it's not happening.
Theoretically, I fully agree
because
with you.
we are sovereign state, but we are not as a nation.
Theoretically, I fully agree with you. The state at which developing countries are, within politics, they cannot disturb policies. Any developing country, but they have to have a unified collective.
It's not happening in Pakistan. It's not happening in Pakistan.
That's a hypothetical.
This is the dilemma. This is the dilemma.
That's a fantastic wish,
yes.
But I don't see it happening, unfortunately. I have 4 stakeholders in this room. I can guarantee in the next 35 minutes I can't get you to concede on anything. I can't get you to agree on anything.
It's true.
So the proof is right here. That's wishful thinking, not happening.
I disagree with that.
Would you be able to? I need to go to Mr. Nehal.
No, just a comment. Just look at our manifestos. Probably 80% of it would be common. It's the ability to deliver.
His point was different.
My point was different. Yes.
His point was that everybody wants the same thing.
Yeah.
But they will not come on a collective, larger, long-term plan and then do the politics.
Why not?
But it's not happening.
No, the plans are there. It's the will of every government which does not
Simple.
let the plan get
Simple discuss 4 of us. You can discuss each of us. What's the
and we will not get the answer.
We won't be able.
And no, I predict you will be able to agree. I predict you will be able to agree on a lot.
Maybe the People's Party and the MKM, they have maybe old partners. With similar definition on the bottom.
Love,
but I believe that the PTI
No.
Because we have faced it.
4 years and 360 days of love and 5 days of
you mentioned the youth bulge and we have to catch them at 17 and educate them. Then may I suggest that you would be appreciative of what PML-N has done with the laptop scheme and dealing with. I know you're smiling.
I like that,
but that'd be good.
But there could be a skewed priority. I agree with that, but there is a skewed priority which I will. If you give me the opportunity, I will mention where.
Mr. Nehal's comment, I will come right back to you, sir. Do you agree with all that's being said? Do you agree that we have great potential, but as Mr. Izhar said very well, that we cannot come to a collective agreement as to how to solve the problem because we are so lost in our private fiefdoms. Fiefdoms is a perfect word.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I'm thankful to all of you, and particularly you, Mr. Faisal, that you have invited me for this discussion. While Mr. Khwaja and all the panelists were discussing, I was thinking of it. What is the meaning of state? And what is the meaning of government or governance? We should differentiate between a state and the government. When a government fails to deliver or fails to discharge its duties, we used to abuse or we used to hate or we used to dislike the state. Sure. So we should always make this difference. And now, what is the duty of the government? What is the meaning of governance? The duty of the government is to protect, number 1, the life, honor, property of its citizens, being a custodian of that state, and being the runner of that state, being the parents of that state. And then we should follow, if there is a lot of disagreement between the panelists and the political parties and forces. Very recently I saw, while Manmohan Singh was the finance minister of India, they put a agenda on the table and they say, these are our national agenda. Everyone has put in 10, 5, 10, 15, but they come out with common minimum national agenda. What's called common minimum national agenda, all over the world if you research it, that whether it is an education, whether it is a health, whether it is an environment, national security.
There's common development goals.
So we can stand together on common minimum agenda.
We can. Theoretically, I agree. That's what Mrs. Izhar is saying.
But what is happening that we are not loyal to the state. We are not loyal to the state. Number 1, we never love Pakistan.
You're including yourself.
Yes, we are not loyal to the state. I'm loyal to my party, my community, my ethnic division, my sectarian following, my faith. When it comes for me first, whether you are for PML-N or People's Party, no, I will not go for MQM, I will not go for PT, I will not go for PPP. Whether they are going for a right way, a right direction, I will not. Because my party is opposing that. So if someone is going in the right direction for Pakistan, for the common man, we should adopt that and we should appreciate.
But right now it's saying you would oppose just for the sake of opposing.
Everyone in Pakistan, we don't love Pakistan, we love our political party, our leaders. We don't want to listen others. We just say, beside Nawaz Sharif, I want to close my ears. No, I don't want to listen to anyone else, whatsoever he says. But if something is wrong, even wrong, I want, it gives me a pleasure, I want to listen. Oh, G.A. Falana, G.A. Falana. This is the point. We are living in a hypocritic society. We are complete hypocrites. We don't want to go. If I'm saying anything wrong about the government, present government, she will stand up. Oh, favorite party ko, why should you say like that? No, we have given this mandate. I am the man. I have courage to say, yes, if Nawaz Sharif is wrong, he is wrong. But Pakistan is correct.
I will ask one question.
Please,
if you allow me.
Please go ahead.
Why you have still carried on in Punjab? Why didn't you finish off the government there, and we would have already, like, we automatically would have gone? If you talk this, why don't you just first
accept it? Not of the government.
I think Nehal is making a general comment. General statement.
Privileges. I'm not talking of the perks and privileges. I'm taking the funds of exchequer. Every day, young kids are polishing their wood polishing. They don't have food. They are collecting their food from the garbages, and we are enjoying this exchequer fund by putting one mobile on front and another is on back, and we are enjoying all the luxuries of the government.
There is one more question I need to raise.
Because every single penny, every single penny, what a government, whether he is a politician or a bureaucrat or a state-owned enterprises, if he spends, he is spending from a beggar's tax. If the beggar buys a matchbox or a cigarette, he is spending that money. So we should be accountable. It is not a privilege. Ruling the country is not a privilege. It is an accountability. It is not a trade.
What you are saying, let's say yes, but then what you will comment about Punjab province? Because that is the only province right now which people are governing. Rest of all the provinces has been governed by people's party. So the kids over there are not polishing the shoes?
Najam Sethi is running the affairs of Punjab.
But she's talking about when you were in the government. But I think Nehal,
you were in government.
There was no corruption.
For 5 years.
There was a transparency.
Don't tell me that, please.
Shehbaz Sharif.
Please don't tell me
that. The man who was suffering
from
diseases, but he was running from pillar to post. Either it's road, bridge, highway, education, health,
the corruption is in every nook and corner of Punjab. I'm sorry, please, I will not accept that.
When you are talking of corruption, it's known to everyone that there is no corruption in Punjab. Sindh is known as People's Party. I don't want to go to that factor. I don't want to go to that corner. That what we have done with this country.
The child in Punjab is not
ideologically what you have done. You are asking a vote for graveyard.
Just tell me one thing.
Just ask a vote.
The child in Punjab,
born right
everyone is rich in Punjab.
400 child has died.
Everyone is rich in Punjab.
Due to small khasra. What do you call?
Lots of problems are there. Oh my God.
400.
If you talk about that, then let's say people have opened the graveyard.
Mr. Hashmi, that's happened all over the country.
They have opened the school in the graveyard.
The person who ruled the Sindh government.
But that's happened all over the country.
My dear sir, I would like to comment. When you say governance and the state, they are two different things.
I have not touched that point.
Listen.
She just wants to become more loyal.
What I am going to highlight.
That's an opportunity. To go to
but what you are talking is not fair.
I want to say my leadership. I don't want to please my leadership.
But what you are talking is
I
not
don't want to please my leadership. What we have done in Pakistan.
Just I want one comment. If democratic government could not deliver to the grassroots level as the expectation, this is the one reason. Government and the state, they are not on the same page. And once that government fails, so many people in Pakistan, they enjoy.
Yes,
they enjoy due to that. The state and the government, they are not on the same page.
The resources of Pakistan,
so this is also one of the main factors the lack of the democracy in Pakistan.
So you know what's interesting? They're all saying absolutely the right thing. I'm fantastic, yeah, great. But what happens when they come into government and everything just goes insane?
I want to actually, before we come to the government, first of all, we want to settle down our accounts with our rivals. Number one, the first
settle your grievances.
Settle your grievances.
But I'm going to have
number two.
But let me interject here.
When you come without any clear-cut agenda, with graveyard support. Go beyond the graveyard. Asking a vote in favor of the grave. Then you don't have an agenda. You just say, this is people's government. Yes, this is people's government.
Okay.
But what the people are getting from this government?
I will
come with a clear agenda and manifesto and clear mind.
I think everybody has a clear agenda.
But
I would like to...
Shehbaz Sharif Saab are not enjoying Punjab government. You are trying to...
No, they don't even draw a single penny from that check. You don't know. Whenever the Punjab government used to travel overseas, they used to bear the expenditure by their own pocket.
Almost 1,000 people, policemen protect that just one man. So let that go. Let that slip because it's just unnecessary. Kausar's right. Everyone has had their fill.
I don't
say
that they are angels.
So you can't say that they've done it.
My country to be prosper.
Yes, that's fine.
Progress.
Great. But one thing I would like to comment here, that this government has not been...
It is not we who say that if our government is not there, Pakistan not happy.
But that everyone says that.
No one says that.
Even they are saying that. The government in waiting says, if not Imran Khan, then nothing. It's over. Of course, that's their slogan.
You are putting words in my mouth.
But that's their slogan. Imran nahi to kuch bhi nahi.
Pakistan will always be there.
Inshallah. Inshallah.
But that's your slogan.
Nothing will happen. What we are saying is that if you don't choose a good government...
No, you said if you don't choose Imran Khan, it's over.
Yeah, because that's symbolic in the sense that Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf has to get elected. Imran Khan alone is not the issue. Imran Khan is not PTI, but Imran Khan is symbolically. Imran Khan symbolically is head of the party. When we talk about Imran Khan, he will do this, he will not do all that.
Fair.
He can't do it. He is one man. You see, it's the party which we talk about. So symbolically, they talk about Bhutto as the leadership. And people recognize names, and people like PML-N talks about Nawaz Sharif and Shehbaz Sharif as their leaders.
We also talk about Allama Iqbal and Muhammad Ali Jinnah.
Why not?
We talk about everyone. We don't want to say that, no.
Faisal, you are interrupting me, but PML-N stands for Nawaz Sharif, not for Allama Iqbal and Quaid Azam.
PML.
Yeah, but you write everywhere, you say PML-N.
It is just for identification.
Fine, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying Nawaz Sharif doesn't own PML, but you identify with PML-N. So that's what I'm saying. I don't want words in my mouth.
But let me interject here. They are also PPP. They're not PPP Bhutto.
Right.
They're not MQM Altaf.
They're not.
But they're not PTI Imran. You're the only party
which is PML-N. My apologies. So let me bring this. One of the important things when we come into a discussion is, if we could talk about policies, that would be very good. If we talk about the implementation of policies, that would be good. Rather than everybody knows what happened in Pakistan. It doesn't have to be repeated. It has not improved over the last 5 years. Let's put it at that.
Let's talk differently. Let's see what you're offering now.
Yes.
Let's see what you're offering now.
And we talked about, for example, I'm giving a constructive criticism on the laptop scheme. For example, you see, knowledge today is very different from knowledge yesterday. You and I went to school. The knowledge was contained in the textbook, and the teacher was interpreting that and teaching me, and the school building was there to supervise all that. So these three things are much easier today. Knowledge is available in the cloud. You understand what I mean? Knowledge is available in the cloud. You see, you don't need a school building to impart knowledge to children. And you can have teachers in the cloud who can impart education.
Virtual training.
Now let me give you an example of a cheap education system. You see, they provided laptops, and I don't disagree with the fact. I'm just saying priorities could have been different. You have this bunch of money, you spend it with priorities. You see, you can always buy a car out of that, but you would look at the priorities of your own country. Now, let me give you an example. There is a very good system.
The visionary leadership of yours.
Thank you. I'm just
where is that?
Communicating something. He's a friend. We like each other, so we can always have good comments.
No, but that was
in the sense that he appreciates that laptop, and he will appreciate underground tube and motor metrobus in Karachi and a lot of other things. Okay. We can go jointly even for Pakistan.
But I don't think he's being that nice. He's about to become very unnice.
No, I'm not going to become unnice. I'm saying the priorities could have been different if there was innovative thinking in on this side. Now, what India has done, you see, if I put the example of India, it gets out of a doubt structure, because India has done it, so Pakistan can also do it. If you know, and I would encourage people through his program to look up, Google Khan Academy and take a look at that. Khan Academy is an institution which has nothing to do with Imran Khan. But what it has done, it has put knowledge in the cloud, and made it easy for a student of 3, 4 years old, 5, 10, right up to 15 to get knowledge and to learn on its own. And what India has done, it has bought $20 Akash computers, and it has ordered 2 crore computers, Akash computers, $20 each. And what they are doing is that Akash computer is worth 2 years of school textbooks. But this computer will continue for 5, 7 years. So the knowledge is available, that it could be a self-learning process, and it could be, now you will have to educate the people. Now, what you did was a good thing. You supplied laptops, but you supplied it to an educated class which is already educated, but you want them to learn better and learn more. But the issue of Pakistan is literacy. The issue of Pakistan is mass education. And mass education will be very cheap for what I said, possible. India is doing it.
Sound like I'm speaking against you, but I'm not. I think what happens is when you have new politics, people expect more from them.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, but I must say, you yourself 10 minutes ago said you have to catch the bulge. If the bulge is lost, I think they did a fantastic job at catching that bulge, which is 17 years old, coming out of university.
These are educated youngsters whose education will be made better. There are millions who are uneducated.
No doubt.
Yeah. So I am talking about the millions who are uneducated. You provide them vocational training. You provide them.
But we should come on a common platform. Very recently, Punjab government has passed a bill that every children age 5 should go to the school. Otherwise,
passing a bill is of no value.
And one more thing. Giving initiative to the parents.
They made amazing laws as well.
Initiative.
What use the law?
Just a minute. They are giving initiative. A person, a chota who is working in a workshop, he will be paid, the family will be paid 600 per week. He is attending the school and he is giving up his workshop. So we have already
that will happen now.
No, we have already launched. We have already launched it.
But now you know
since last 1 year it is going on.
Okay.
Ongoing.
Okay. Mr. Izhar said very well that there's no collective platform. I don't know what to call it.
Agenda.
A combined
collective
agenda.
vision or vision as well.
Do you think, like you said yourself, the next government's going to be even more hung probably, more coalitions, which is fair. Do you think Pakistanis should hope for a combined common agenda from everyone of collective growth if it is your leadership on the steering wheel?
Yes, of course. See, first we have to focus. What are the main points what we have to work on? Like, for example, energy crisis, security, all these things are the major problems.
Already happened.
So already these are the things. We have already focused on that. Lots of things have been done on that. Please don't say that. NRO, if we were going to have gone for NRO, you have also changed the task. You have boycotted the government and our BB Saiba has invited you to come to Pakistan. Other people have run away from there. Please don't say that. Please don't say that. You people have ran away from Pakistan.
From the ex-Secretary to the present Prime
You are talking, you are not.
And he has been called Raja Rental. He has been called Raja Rental.
2,500 people are there in your police officers are there in your driving. You cannot fight the
PML-N could have done for the power sector also.
The problem in the Punjab has still so many problems.
No, but you had the 5 years. But you had the 5 years.
No. Just I want to clear it.
All corruption.
This is central government distribution companies. And there is another company. It is all centralized. No, just give me an example. You can just give me. Faisal, you just go to the market, pay money. You can buy a mobile. You can buy a laptop. But you just want to buy power. Can you get 1 kilowatt?
You could have set up a power generation system.
We have already done. Nandipur power project is there lying at the Karachi port since last 2 years. Since last 2 years, but they have not yet cleared because of what I want. I don't want to say that kickback.
The basic
and
the
you could have done something for the power sector, the agriculture sector.
Who wants kickback on a power plant Punjab government is imported?
Federal government. Just go and find out in the federal government Ministry of Law and Justice.
But you have a...
Baba Rawan has said, no, we are not going to allow this SRO. And Nandipur power project plant is lying at the Karachi port.
How many megawatts was that?
It was 1100.
11? You Get your figures straight. It can't be 1100. I'm sorry.
Look,
get your figures
no province can generate a single.
It could be
no,
1100.
no.
It could be
constitutionally
It
misinformed.
could
But
be a
you
one.
don't have that. You don't have that. Central
It could be a
grid system.
gigawatt of
That
power
is the
system.
only grid system that comes
Grid
under the
system is
WAPDA.
different.
Okay,
There is no other way.
I need to bring it back. Really, we've done this 5 years. It's fantastic. Thank you. We've fought and alleged and accused for 5 years. The nation's had enough of it. We need solid understanding of what you guys are going to do if we are to vote for you.
You want promises only?
No, I mean,
So
promises
look at
that I can
performances.
see.
People can vote on performances. You see, promises, like I said, if
But you
look
don't
at
have a
There-
performance.
there-
yes.
you-
So
all of us are
you
out.
reject people on performances. You see, when you employ a
And
new,
take you on promises.
yes, why not? You employ somebody new. You say that this performance has been poor. You reject the person and then get somebody new. What I'm saying is, either you talk on policies, and you will find the manifestos are common because our hope and vision, all parties, our hope and vision for beautiful Pakistan is always there.
No.
You see, when we get down to doing and running it, some of us get interested in our own pockets, some of us get interested in our own vested interest, as both of them, my friends pointed out, vested interest, like ethnicity and whatever factors Nehal Sahib pointed out. So that's what happened.
Yeah,
when
but they've
there's a
been 5
decay of
months to
government.
point out they were the government.
Yeah.
I'm
They were
sorry,
the government,
that's a
and
very
keep
great
in mind,
point.
and the bottom line, and the bottom line,
Government, we deliver.
and the
How?
bottom line.
How did you deliver on
Nobody
ethnicity?
delivered.
Look,
Nobody
what is
delivered.
the
How did you deliver on
Look, how did you
ethnicity?
the government of Sindh
Don't
spent
compare yourself with
30,000.
government of Sindh.
We spent 8,000 per person.
No, this is not a comparison.
Our
This is not a
resources is
no,
very
sir, this is not a
limited. We
comparative.
don't have gas mines.
This
We
is not a
don't have-
comparative.
You have agriculture. That agriculture
That
also went
agriculture
down
is
in
no
the last
one
5 years.
Why it has
No one
been down?
can
Because
claim
there
the
is no
level.
electricity.
No one
There is
can
no
claim.
gas.
We were
Faisalabad
all
is
in the government. We were all in
There
the
is no
government.
electricity
After NFC,
for fuel.
we have strengthened
There is
the
no electricity
provinces.
for fuel.
You
You
can't
have
blame the
not
central
added
government
a
for all the woes of
single
Punjab.
bit,
You can't.
single-
You have
Who
Okay, that is-
controls WAPDA?
this is-
Who controls
We have
WAPDA?
not added a
Who
single
control
megawatt in the
WAPDA?
grid. Why they have not
Just
got
don't
on that?
talk. Because
Yes.
we are
Do they think that
addressing
Okay, I'm going to-
the more
how much
priority,
Pakistani.
not the,
Look, we
energy
have
crisis?
no
must
right
keep a
to
white
generate
flag.
it, and we don't have distribution
And
company.
pick it up
It
every
is
time.
only, it comes
No, you
under
have to work
WAPDA.
on
My
on
point-
that.
Comes under WAPDA.
Yeah,
Pick up
sir,
a white flag
Kausar,
every time.
my point. Everybody, it's so fantastic to be in the government for so long, come out and say, oh, this is what needs to be done. You should have done, is my, but okay, fine, you did not do it. I'm not even asking you to tell me, oh, we will do it now. Just please tell me, how will you do it now? Because I don't fathom how it is possible for any of you, including Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf, who's never in the government, to do any better given the situation you've created. The ethnicity, the ethnic divide, the religious divide, the sectarian divide. Punjab is pretty big in sectarian divide.
85%.
The rest of the country has sectarian ethnic divide. You've created this divide. Please, Pakistani people are not like that. You've played on those divides, all of you. So how is... Okay, for that part I have to exclude you with the Chairman.
You have to differentiate this previous 5 years democratic as compared with the 80s and 90s. It was not
I'm
that.
interested in just
When
the way
one
we
party wins,
past
clean
and what's
sweep,
up now.
got 2/3 majority and do whatever they want. No, it's not
That's not
like
happening
that. Now the split mandate will be more split. More
I know.
political
So
parties,
then
they
what?
will have to handle the problems of the Pakistan, as you said, on the minimum combined agenda. And one more thing, we have to ensure from our behavior, as we are sometimes impatient and fascist. We never absorb and we never listen
We're not
to the opponent.
negotiators. We're not
We
negotiators.
never believe in negotiation. Also, everybody of us, we are chanting slogans. So we are the only solution of the Pakistan.
Yeah.
No,
I think
we
I
are
am the
all
only
the solutions of the
We all
Pakistan.
have to be together.
All we are all together.
United we
Definitely,
stand on
People's
it,
Party
united we
will having a mandate in the next election. PML-N, PTI, and NQM, and all the parties. So we are all have to be on a common agenda, accept our mandate, respect our mandate, and try to get the solution as a coalition before the government.
I agree with part of it. I believe that we have
So
a
that's an
common
interesting point you
agenda.
made. So,
I believe to a certain degree that
are you
once
saying
you get
coalition needs to
elected,
be declared before?
Yeah, before the government. Everyone has to. Every year before the government. Yes.
No,
we have to have a minimum common agenda with the PTI, PPP, PML-N. Yes, we won't compromise on these points.
I think when APCs have been held on big issues, people have come together. And I think as far as long-term policies of energy is concerned, people have come together. And I feel that if transparency and governance is concerned, we can come together. But you see, when you go into an election, you express what your party wants to do. And then, in our case, the party has not been in power, but at the same time, we can talk about the fact that Mr. Imran Khan has delivered in certain areas, and you can talk about your own opponent
in that way that the Faisal is highlighting is polarizing the situation.
No. But what I am saying is, but you contest the election on your manifesto and your deliverability as matched to your previous manifesto and deliverability. Also, you see, you have to consider what you promised, what you delivered, and in the future, people will make a determination. Once people elect, and we should consider that mandate as sacred. You see, I believe you don't challenge the people's mandate for whatever reason.
Absolutely.
Once you have a mandate, then it has to be much more responsible government than these 5 years. Because for a country to build, you need a minimum political agenda and parties coming together and putting all their eggs in one basket, for example, in education. For example, in governance, in transparency. You see, that requires responsible, non-rivalry based leadership and collective responsibility. It requires big leaders.
Yes, we can and we will bring the difference, inshallah. This is what has been said by Ali Bhai as well and all the others. And I believe everyone is looking forward for the better Pakistan. Everyone wants that Pakistan must flourish. And we have done our best. And today, I will say I'm a proud Pakistani and plus a patriotic person plus. I love my party and whatever we can do for the public, we have already done.
Whatever you could do,
and we are looking forward that we will do more if we will get a chance of more.
I think that number one thing is intention, then sincerity. That to judge someone or some political party, you have to go to his past track record. Alhamdulillah, we have a very good development-oriented past track record. And even today we pray, if we we can't deliver to this nation, Allah Almighty should not give us the power. We want power not for the trade, but to serve the people of Pakistan. And we have the experienced people, the most experienced people is with our team.
I was about to say I respect your words, and you had to slip that last line in. And I had to withdraw my line. I was about to say, I really respect your words, but then you slipped in your own party and I had to withdraw. I have nothing against your party. But anybody
some of the turncoats are also in his party. So
I have to conclude. But anybody, and I mean anybody, including me or my dad or my uncle, who claims that I am the best solution, let alone the only, and the best solution, I just cringe in my stomach. Because the best solutions, they will need to explain why they did not manage the various rounds they've had before.
I suppose we have a limited time.
I've run out.
Materializing that, sometimes establishment come forward, sometimes bureaucracy.
Those are excuses also, but
that's another show.
You should wish the people should bring a good change.
We should all be together under one umbrella. Very true.
Thank you very much, all of you. My biggest take from tonight's show is what Mr. Izhar-ul-Hasan said. I think it's very obvious that whatever the election, whether they're fair, free, unfair, no party would have enough strength to create government by themselves. There will be coalitions, which is perfectly all right. Nothing wrong there. But Mr. Izhar's point is fantastic. Declare your coalitions, not seat adjustments, not affiliations, not even policy affiliations. Just who will actually form government with who, because now people have to vote with that in mind. Who will be the partners in government? And as a collective group, I think they should make promises and go into government. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. I don't want a commitment. If MQM and PML-N say we are going to form government together, and neither one of them are in a position at a later point, and then maybe PTI and People's Party form government, that is fine. It's not written in stone. But at least there should be some visibility of what these parties are planning. So, when they start wheeling and dealing after election, at least this democratic country can question their promise and the result. I think I'd like to do some more shows on this topic. Thank you, Mr. Izhar, for this. I'm going to hold you to that. Until next time, good night.